Hi, this is Scott Marnes with CrossBikeReview.com. I'm here in sunny Las Vegas at Interbike and Cross Vegas. With me is Tim Johnson. Everybody knows who Tim Johnson is. He's a legend in cyclocross. Actually, one of the first people to get a medal at the World Cyclocross Championships, right?
Yeah,
I remember.
back in 1999.
1999, that was a cold day.
It was.
Hell froze over in Europe.
Freezing cold. I remember the Slovakian National Army being out there pouring gasoline on the front straight to melt off the ice that was packed down on the pavement. It was insane, really cool.
That was a very historic day because almost the world stood still. That the Americans got a medal in cycling.
Yeah.
And so tell me about that day. You guys got there and
well, we had gotten close the year before. We were in Denmark for the World Championships in 1998. And I was 10th place in the under-23, and Matt Kelly was 11th place in the juniors. And so when we got to Pumprad, we had an okay arrival in Europe. I had been there for a month trying to get prepared and racing, and tried to race the race instead of being in awe of what it was all about, which I think was a lot of how I saw the first couple of years of doing the World Championships. I was really just amazed at everything that was going on. But now that weekend we were there to try and race, and luckily it worked out that I had a clean race and was able to stay out of trouble. And I started way in the back, and I moved up and moved up and moved up and came across the line, and I didn't know what place I was in. I was in third. It was crazy.
yeah, you probably didn't know because there was probably silence all across Europe when that happened.
We have always been lucky with some really industrious fans. In Pumprad, Slovakia, I had 3 friends surprise me by traveling all the way to Europe, all the way to Slovakia, and showing up on the side of the course. I didn't even know it. First time up this really steep, sharp climb, I hear my name and I look over, and it's my friend Paul and Sean and Mark from Boston.
Oh my God.
I mean, so seriously, it wasn't like we were alone, but it was special.
It was special. It was a very special thing, and thank you for doing that. And that really, getting that medal really helped cyclocross in America. It really did. It gave it a real big boost. And what changed when you came back? What changed in cyclocross?
I don't know if there was a real change, but I think it was just a continuation of how the sport was building. But as far as the ability went internationally, it really said that this was a sport that could be ours if we wanted it. So I think that really kind of sparked that I want to race. Everyone liked to do cross, but it was like you wanted to tell your friend that I had a great time in the cross race and you should try it too. And so it just became this thing that built and built and built, and we've always been lucky that our sport was like this. It was never like this.
Right.
So what we did was just kind of give another little bit at the top.
Right.
And that's something that we've been continuing to build on for a long time.
Right, and it just basically, I think it told the world that we weren't the blind and crippled kids from Portales anymore, that we're coming into our own and we're starting to develop the love for the sport and the dedication that's needed for that.
I was 56th at my first World Championships, I was 52nd in my second, and then I was 10th, and then I was 3rd. Other people had done the Worlds before, other people had gone, and I was amazed at what they were doing, and I just wanted to race the best that I could, and I saw through them that it was possible, because if you wanted to race, you just had to get out there and do it.
So what if, I know we'll talk about Cross Vegas here in just a minute.
We are in Vegas.
We are in Vegas. We got a little sidetracked with this story. This is a great story. Not everybody gets to hear this. But what I want to know is, let's say you're a junior, you're just getting into cyclocross. What are the steps that you should be taking to get to that level where the USA coach, Jeff Proctor, goes, hey, we need to take him over to Europe and start developing this kid? What do you think the steps are?
I think that the number one thing is to stay in the sport. We have a lot of times kids get into the sport, they're either pushed or they're told they have to race all the time and travel and whatever, and then they burn out. If you're still racing at 20, then you are a part of the sport. If you're a great junior and you're done at 18, it was awesome to have you, but we wish you stuck around longer. When people are trying to show what the world means, it's a great way to do it with cycling because people can see the world. I never got on a plane until I went to my first World Championships at 18. So these kids that are like rushing and chasing World Cups and all this stuff, it's like, it's awesome you're doing that, but the world is huge and time is long. And so if you really want to be a successful adult,
Be patient.
be patient. And I'm saying that to the kids, but also to the parents. Like let it happen.
Right.
Some kids are better than others. Some kids need a little bit more time to progress.
Right. Now, not everybody knows this, and Tim, I don't know if you know this or not, but I sat on the board for the American Cycling Association for a few years, and I was their head skills coach for 9 years, and I had a little play in that. What we found very successful is to set up a grassroots program. We found bikes for kids that were 20-inch and 24-inch cyclocross bikes, and it was all about fun. That was all it was. You had a great race, this is what you could do, and we had some great people come out of that program. Danny Somerville, Brady Mathias, but we had a pretty good talent pool in Colorado, and we saw
like Alex Howes and these guys that have gone on to World
Howes came through my cyclocross camps. Taylor Finney came through my cyclocross camp, called me out. I got a story about that. But we had a lot of kids. It really does makes me feel good when they actually do that. And I would encourage people to set up their own grassroots program and get more kids on bikes and have it as a fun sport.
Yeah. Because you don't need to know how to do it perfectly. You just need to know how to do it.
Have fun. Yeah. It's racing bikes. It's supposed to be fun. Yeah. All right. So let's get to Cross Vegas.
There you go.
That's why we're here is Cross Vegas. So 2015. Who do you like?
So I've been talking to as many of the riders as I can talk to, the managers, and I think that the number one favorite on paper is going to be Wout van Aert because he's finished off last year so well, but he's also been racing really well this summer. I think Sven is the guy that's going to really cause him the most trouble because he's been here before, he's won here before, he knows exactly what it means to be out in the dry air.
That's his first time racing.
Race at night.
Yeah, race at night.
I mean, this isn't just night racing. This is racing at like 7 in the morning in Belgium. I mean, the next day. It's really totally, it will mess with anybody. So having done it before, I think it's really going to help. Lars Vanderhaar is also one of my top favorites.
Yeah, Lars just finished off a race in Portland, came and put on a clinic for our guys at the Het Meer cyclocross race. It was really great to watch him race as well. So who else?
Well, I think Jeremy's got a great opportunity to make an impact and put up the best World Cup finish we've ever had as a country.
Do you think it's going to be aggressive, or do you think he's going to watch and play off the other Euro?
He's going to watch, but he's going to have to react because you can't let someone go. You'll never see him again.
Right, like when Sven leaves, he's left. He just doesn't leave the building. He leaves the zip code.
2 years ago when he attacked,
I saw that.
It was early. We thought he was crazy. We didn't think he was going to stay away, and he stayed away.
Right, he stayed out there, and Ryan was with him. And then Powers started to bridge up, and he got a little radio call that Powers was bridged up, and he just said, "Hey, Ryan, I'll see you later," and just rode away. I was just amazed.
The thing about Cross Vegas is that if you've never been here before, it's one of the hardest courses ever. Because the grass is really soft, and it's basically like doing a climb for the entire hour.
It absolutely is, and there's some off-camera stuff. It's a lot of fun to do, but it's a power course.
I can think of all the Cross Vegases I've done, and there are only a few moments where I actually have fun. It's really hard. The fun happens before and after, but it's really tough. So I think that as a World Cup course, it's actually really fun.
It is. I think Brooke Watts has really worked this Cross Vegas around. I've seen it grow and grow and grow. The fans are great. It's amazing that he actually found that course in Las Vegas because it's actually a good deal. I just wanted to turn the sprinklers on.
We've talked about it. Yeah.
I think that would be great.
It would be incredible.
It'd be a little bit of humidity too. Some well-welcome humidity. Exactly. But anyway, thank you, Tim, for coming out and taking a few minutes to talk to me. This is Scott with CrossBikeReview.com. Come by for more cyclocross reviews and everything like that. See you later.